Good morning, friends. It's Miss Hilary from New Ken, Room 11, Pre-K Counts. And I want to start today off with a song that I learned when I was a little girl. And it's about an animal that stores nuts for the winter. And they work all year, a lot in the fall and all year long storing food. So whenever it gets cold outside, they have enough food stored up for the winter. So I'm going to give you some clues as to what animal this is, and then we're going to sing a song about it. So this animal it can be like black, gray, brownish. It has a big bushy tail. It has little ears. You see it whenever it runs, it runs, but it kind of looks like it's hopping because its little tail bounces. Does anyone have a guess? It likes nuts and it likes acorns. Does anyone have a guess what my animal could be? Yes, this animal that I'm talking about is a squirrel. So we're going to sing a song. I'm going to sing it twice for you. Some of you might remember it from last year. It's called Gray Squirrel. And whenever I sing it, I put my hands in front of me like this because that's kind of how it hops. So I'll start off my song, gray squirrel, and then we're going to shake our hips, swish your bushy tail, gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Now you're going to take your acorn and put it between your toes down on the ground. Going to put a nut between your toes. And now you might have a mask on or you might not, but if not, you can wrinkle up your little nose. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Can you try it with me? Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's get our hands ready. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Put a nut between your toes. Wrinkle up your little nose. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Okay, now that we got up and moving, we are going to play a game. And for the parents listening, we have this, it says Fall Gross Motor Movement Game. And it has lots of different activities. You can either cut these out and put them in a pile. You can attach them to one of those big foamy dice that you can get at the dollar store. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of these. You can also use your dice in your take-home kit, and you can roll to see how many times you have to do that fall movement. So let's see, let's try some examples of these. One of them says to fall like an acorn. Did you ever read the book Chicken Little or Henny Penny, where there's an acorn stuck in their head and they think that the sky is falling? Have you ever seen that? How would you make your body fall like an acorn? Maybe if we jumped up and then curled our body up into a little ball. I'm going to find some space in the room where we can try these activities. I'm going to go on a field trip over here to my open space in the room. Okay, so we're going to fall like an acorn. So let's see, I'm going to back up a little bit. And an acorn's already in the air. So I think I'm going to jump up and then fall down into a little ball like an acorn. I'm also going to roll my dice to see how many times I have to fall like an acorn. So here's my dice. And it says 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to fall like an acorn 5 times. Ready? 1, the next activity I have is strut like a turkey. Have you ever seen a turkey at the farm? Or sometimes you might even see one in the wild. And strut is a big word. It sort of means to move along. Turkeys are very proud of their huge feathers that they have on their backs. And sometimes they gobble. So we're going to try to strut like a turkey. Show me what you think a turkey would move like. Yeah, I'm going to roll my dice. I got a 1. So I'm going to stand up and I am going to get my feathers ready and I'm going to strut like a turkey. 1 time. Show me your turkey strut. Great. Okay, let's see what another activity is. Oh, we just sort of practiced this one. It says to scurry like a squirrel. So how do you think a squirrel would run? Can you show me what you think a squirrel would do? Show me your squirrel. Okay, I'm going to roll my dice. I got a 4. So I am going to run like a squirrel, how I think a squirrel would look, and you show me how you think your squirrel would look. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squirrel scurries. Squirrel and scurries sounds like a tongue twister. Oh, this one looks interesting. Some of you might see this if you drive out in the country. Tall corn. It says grow tall like corn. So I'm going to roll my dice. I got a 2. Okay, I'm going to back up. Now, how do you think corn starts out? Yes, it starts as a little seed in the ground. So show me what you think corn looks like while it's growing tall. I'm going to stand up. Let me think. I'm going to put a seed in the ground, and then I'm going to get down really small to the ground, and then slowly, and then my leaves are going to grow tall like corn. You can put your corn leaves all around. Okay, that was 1 time. Let me try it one more time. Put that seed in the ground and then grow really slowly and then stretch as tall as I can to make my corn leaves. Good job, friends. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. This one says to float down like a leaf. This reminds me of our song, Autumn Leaves Are Falling Down, where all of our leaves, autumn leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. Autumn leaves are falling down, down to the ground. Let's see how many leaves we are going to make fall down. I'm rolling 2 dice this time because there are lots of leaves outside right now. I got a 6 and I got a 1. So 6 plus 1 equals, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we add 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to have 7 leaves fall to the ground. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really enjoyed that one, so I'm going to roll my dice one more time to see how many more leaves, because Leaves fall every which way. Sometimes they land in water. Sometimes they land on our car, on our head. Let's roll the dice one more time and see how many leaves we can have fall. This time I got a 5 and a 4. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I add 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 more, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 leaves. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leaves. That's floating down like a leaf. You could also make your body float down like a leaf and use your whole body. Put your leaves up in the air and just sort of bring your whole body down to the ground. So however you want your leaf to look. Okay, our last movement is roll like a pumpkin. Remember when we dropped and rolled a couple weeks ago? I'm going to back up on the floor. Miss Hilary, Miss Hilary's wearing a dress. So I'm going to roll like a log, like a pumpkin log this way. But you could do somersaults. If you can do a backflip, any of those things would work for a roll. You could even use your hands and roll this way or roll. So I'm going to roll my dice and see how many times I'm going to roll like a pumpkin. And pumpkins are a sort of a sphere shape, so they roll a lot. Some pumpkins, like our friend Spookly, might look more like a square. Okay, I got a 2. So I'm going to roll 2 times like a pumpkin. 1, 2. All right, friends, this time I'm going to have you show me how to do one of the movements we just practiced. So we're going to play our game. Now we have our dice. And we are going to roll them. Okay, we have a 3 and a 1. So 3 plus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are going to fall like an acorn 4 times. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fall like an acorn. All right, let's roll our dice again. I got a 3 and a 1 again. What did that make? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are going to strut like a turkey 4 times. Get your wings ready. You can even say gobble, gobble, gobble. Ready? Strut like that turkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a good gobbling turkey. All right, let's see what's next. Roll those dice. I got a 4 again. 3 and 4. 4 must be the number of the day. Okay, show me how you can roll like a pumpkin. Remember, you can roll like a log roll. You can do a somersault, a backflip. You can roll your hands. We're going to do it 4 times, rolling like a pumpkin. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Okay, next we are going to float like a leaf. Float down like a leaf. So you're going to float from the top down. And I got a different number this time. I got a 5 and I got a 1. How many is that? If we have 5 and we add 1 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to float like a leaf 6 times. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 floating leaves. All right, next. We are going to scurry like a squirrel with a nut in our hand. We're ready? Let's see how many times we have to do it. Let's roll our dice. Oh my goodness, this time I got a 5 and a 3. So we have 5 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. All right, ready? You're going to scurry like a squirrel 8 times. On your mark. Get set. Scurry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was some fast scurrying. Okay, we have 1 more. This time we're going to grow tall like corn. Remember, corn grows slowly. So you're going to start slowly and put your leaves up and grow your leaves. Let's see how many times you're going to grow like corn. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of growing. I got a 5 and I got another 5. So 5 plus 5, how many fingers do we have? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are going to grow slowly like the corn 10 times. Okay, let's get ready. And grow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You grew 10 times like the corn. All right, friends, we are going to take a break and have a seat, and we are going to talk about apples. Okay, friends, I am going to use your counting apples activity that you have in your take-home kit. So if you would like to get that out, and you have some choices. There are lots of pages to this book. So you can either use it like I'm using it, where it's just sort of like a poster, or you can have your mom, dad, grandma, sister, brother, friend help you cut it out into a book shape. And we have some choices of what we can use to count our apples today. Miss Hilary has in my kit, there I have some pom-poms that you can use with glue. You can use stickers, or I have a paint stick that was in my take-home kit. And in this case, this one is red. I'm going to use this today to make my apples in my book. So what you're going to do first is you're going to write your name so that we all know who wrote this book. And it says Counting Apples by, and my name is Miss Hilary. So I'm going to use my marker. I'm also using a red marker, and I'm going to write my name the best I can on the line. So it says Miss Hilary, Counting Apples by Miss Hilary. I'm also going to, after I'm done working with you today, I'm going to take crayons or markers or colored pencils, and I'm going to decorate all of these trees. I will decorate one with you today, and then I want you to decorate the rest of your pages. So I'm going to, now my apple tree is still green because the apples are still in it. After a while, they will turn brown and fall off the tree after the apples have all grown. But for now, I'm going to color my apple tree green. What color is the bottom part, the trunk of the tree? What color is it? I forgot to bring my crayons over to my table. What color is the bottom of the tree? Brown. So I'm going to color my tree trunk brown. There's my tree. And then over here I have some apples. What are some different colors that apples might be? What are some different colors that apples might be? Yes, red. I think red is one of the most common. I'm going to color one of my apples red. There's a red apple. What other color? Yellow. That's another color of an apple. Any other apple colors you can think of? We have a green apple. Sometimes apples are sweet, sometimes they're juicy. They're usually always crunchy and juicy. Sometimes they're sour. Sometimes you might see an apple that has two different colors. So it might have a little bit of red, and a little bit of yellow. You might even see one that has a little bit of green and yellow. So you can make your apple whatever colors you want. You might even see a red with green. So we can color our apples whatever color you want. What's your favorite apple? What's your favorite apple? My favorite apple is called a Macintosh. It's a little bit of sweet and a little bit sour. Okay, so we colored some of our book. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the book with you, and we're going to put apples in the tree. It says, "Counting Apples" by Miss Hilary. I see one apple. So I am going to put how many apples in my tree? One. And again, you can put one pom-pom. You can use these again and again and just lay it on there. You can glue it on there. I'm going to paint it with my red paint stick. One apple. Let's see. Let's count it together. I see one apple. One. Okay. I see two apples. One, two. One, two. Again, you can color your tree. You can color it before you paint it. You can color it after. You can take your time. Miss Hilary's coloring a little bit quickly here. I see, how many is this? 3 apples. 1, 2, Three apples. As you keep working your way through your book, you're going to get more and more apples. On this page, it says, I see 4 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 apples. I see 5 apples. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 apples in that tree. Now, on the very last page, it just says, I see apples. It just says, I see apples. So you are going to put how many apples you see. So you can decorate your tree. Decorate your tree and then color the trunk a little bit. And then you get to decide how many apples you put in this tree. How many apples are you going to put in your tree? You could put your age. How old are you? Are you 4? Are you 5? Are you 3? You could put your favorite number. I think I'm going to put 11 apples in my tree. So once you choose how many apples you put in your tree, you can write it right next to I see 11 apples. And then I'm going to ask you to count with me so I can put 11 apples in my tree. And then I want you to decide how many and put that many apples in your tree. We ready? Okay, let's count to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My tree's getting really full. 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to put the cap back on my paint so it doesn't get somewhere that it shouldn't in the house. Let's count 11 apples in the tree and make sure I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I see 11 apples. Now that we have our whole apple tree filled, I am going to look back at my book. We have to let this dry a little bit because it's paint. I'm going to find a page and see if you can remember how many apples I had on that page. Okay, how many apples can I see on this page? It says, I see. How many is it? Let's count and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's look at one of these other apples. How many apples are in this tree? I see 1 apple. And remember, you can decorate the apple as much as you, or apple trees as much as you want. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you later, friends. Bye.